Unfortunately, India's friendly neighbour Bangladesh has had to witness chaos, arson and hooliganism at their worst forms in the name of anti-quota protests. Soon after former Prime Minister Sheik Hasina stepped down and fled the country, thousands of violent protesters marched into the former Prime Minister's official residence, vandalized it and looted almost everything from innerwears to chicken biriyani in the kitchen. They smashed glasses and furniture inside the building. As the turmoil escalated further, the jubilant crowd in Dhaka destroyed the statue of Bangladesh's founding father and father of Sheikh Hasina, Mr. Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. Visuals of the atrocities committed by the so-called students' groups had gone viral. Just watch how these bloody morons had literally made hell out of heaven. It didn't stop there. Even after Sheikh Hasina fled the country and army took total control of the nation, violence didn't end soon. Reports that later came said at least 24 people, including an Indonesian national, were burnt alive by a mob in Bangladesh at a starred hotel owned by a leader of Awami League party. Hindu temples were attacked and members of the minority Hindu community too were not spared. The main perpetrator of the turmoil in Bangladesh that led to the fall of the Sheikh Hasina-led government and left over 300 dead is believed to be the Islami Chhatra Shibir or ICS, the student wing of Jamaat-e-Islami Bangladesh. The organization is said to have the emotional and financial support of the Pakistani intelligence agency ISI. In the last 2 years, many Islami Chhatra Shibir cadres managed to secure admission in various universities in Bangladesh. It is from here that the work of instigating university students to wage a war against the democratically elected government started, according to sources. It is believed that the India Out campaign that gained momentum this year following Sheikh Hasina's return to power for a fourth consecutive term was initiated by Islami Chhatra Shibir. The entire conspiracy behind the campaign, built on the lines of a similar protest in the Maldives, was hatched by Pakistan and the ISI. The Jamaat-e-Islami was founded in 1975 and is considered among the largest Islamist parties in Bangladesh. The party has allied with former Prime Minister Khaleda Zia's BNP in the past and is staunchly anti-Indian. Like Pakistan, China is also said to be a key player in instigating protests in Bangladesh, subverting the democratically elected government and converting protests over quotas into efforts to establish a regime favorable to the countries. According to intelligence inputs, in the wake of the strengthening ties between the Indian and Bangladeshi governments, the ISI-backed Jamaat-e-Islami had received substantial funding earlier this year to destabilize the Sheikh Hasina government. A significant portion of this funding is believed to have originated from Chinese entities operating in Pakistan. The Islami Chhatra Shibir, known for its anti-India stance and jihadist agenda, has been under Indian intelligence surveillance for some time due to its activities in regions adjacent to Bangladesh and due to its affiliation with the ISI-backed Harkat-ul-Jihad al-Islami or Huji. Evidence shows Islami Chhatra Shibir members undergoing training in Afghanistan and Pakistan. The ultimate objective of Jamaat or Islami Chhatra Shibir is to establish a Taliban-type government in Bangladesh, and the ISI has been assuring them of their support in achieving this goal, revealed an intelligence officer. So what we have seen in Bangladesh was the execution of the vicious plans of the foreign hands and Jamaat-e-Islami Bangladesh. It may be reminded at this time that the Jamaat's agenda is the creation of an Islamic state with the Sharia legal system and outlawing un-Islamic practices and laws. This is, of course, one of the biggest threats for secularism and democracy. In India too, there was an attempt to sabotage democratically elected government. Farmers' agitations that was unnecessarily dragged on and atrocious Manipur riots were instances. As long as there is a strong and stable government in India, the ploy to append the democratically elected government or carry out proselytization will not work. We don't want rioters unleashing terror on the streets of India like what we saw in Bangladesh. Now, in this context comes the relevance of the Citizenship Amendment Act, which will certainly prevent jihadi elements from sneaking into India under the pretext of migration.